Most traders believe FOMO comes from the market, from volatility, from momentum, from missing a move that suddenly takes off without them. But the truth is quieter and far more personal. FOMO is not created by the chart. It is created by the mind watching the chart. It is the tension between the trader you are right now and the trader you believe you should be. It's the internal fear of being left behind, of not being good enough, of missing the one moment that could change everything. But real traders don't chase moments, they create them. They don't race the market, they regulate themselves. In this session, we're going deep into the psychology beneath FOMO, the hidden emotional circuitry, the misguided beliefs, and the unconscious habits that push you toward impulsive decisions. If you've ever wondered why you act before you think, why your hand moves faster than your logic, why you enter just as the move ends, this is where the truth becomes visible. Welcome to Mind Over Markets. Let's begin. FOMO is one of the most powerful emotional forces in trading. It's quiet at first, a small tension in your chest, a quick spike of excitement, a sudden tightness in your breathing, and then before you realize it, your hand is already on the mouse. Click. The moment happens so fast that it barely feels like a decision. It feels like a reaction, as if something outside of you pulled you forward. But the truth is, this FOMO does not begin on the chart. It begins inside you, inside your nervous system, inside your perception of risk, scarcity, and opportunity, inside the stories your mind tells you when the market starts moving. Today, we're going to slow everything down. We're going to walk through the psychology beneath FOMO, the emotional roots that create it, and the internal rewiring required to break free from it. Because FOMO is not a trading problem. It is a mind state problem. And once you understand the mind state behind it, you can dissolve it. Every trader knows the feeling of watching the market moving without them. A candle breaks a level. A trend begins accelerating. Your heart beats a little faster. Your breathing shifts from deep to shallow. Your vision narrows, focusing intensely on the chart. And suddenly you feel like you're being left behind. You feel pressure, urgency, fear, a sense that something important is happening, and you're not part of it. This moment is where logic disappears. Your plan fades, your rules soften, your patience evaporates, and emotion steps forward to take control. FOMO is the mind's fear of missing significance, fear of missing reward, fear of being left out, fear of being wrong, fear of falling behind. At its core, FOMO is not about money. It's about identity, how you see yourself, how you compare yourself, how you value yourself. This is why traders who struggle with FOMO often have one thing in common. They don't trust their own process. So they chase someone else's movement. They don't believe that opportunity is abundant. So they treat every move as if it's the last one they'll ever get. They don't feel grounded within themselves. So the market becomes the place they search for validation. And when the market moves quickly, it triggers an ancient part of the brain that screams, chase it. Move now. Don't get left behind. Act before it's too late. This reaction was designed for survival, but in trading, it becomes sabotage. Most traders believe they can simply choose not to FOMO, but FOMO isn't a choice. It's a physiological reaction that happens faster than conscious awareness. Your nervous system sees movement as danger or reward. Your dopamine system sees potential profit as possibility. Your emotional brain sees uncertainty as a threat. FOMO is a collision between these internal systems. A collision that pushes you to act impulsively, to abandon structure, to chase momentum that is already gone. You don't FOMO because you're weak. You FOMO because your mind believes chasing movement is survival. But the truth is this: opportunities in trading are not rare. They are not limited. They are not running out. But patience is rare. Calm is rare. Emotional neutrality is rare. And those who can maintain it gain a psychological advantage that transforms their entire trading life. Let's break down the cycle of FOMO so you can finally escape it. The cycle begins with a trigger, a large candle, a sudden breakout, a fast trend, a move you should have entered but didn't. Your heart rate rises, your mind speeds up, your breath shortens. In this moment, your prefrontal cortex, the rational part of your brain, goes offline. Your amygdala takes over. Your emotional brain grabs the steering wheel. You feel pressure. You feel urgency. You feel scarcity. You feel a sense of last chance. And that feeling dissolves all your planning, all your preparation, all your self-control. You click. And as soon as you're in the trade, the emotion shifts. Fear enters. Doubt enters. You realize the move was already extended. You realize the market doesn't care that you joined late. And as the price pulls back, your mind spirals into regret. You see the pattern, but only after the damage is done. This is the trap of the FOMO cycle. And unless you intervene at the level of psychology, it repeats again and again. But the good news is this: you can break the cycle, you can dissolve FOMO, you can shift from emotional chasing to steady, intentional observation. To break FOMO, you must understand its roots. There are 4 deep psychological roots that create FOMO. The first is insecurity. A trader who does not trust their system, their edge, or their ability to wait will always chase. The second is comparison. Seeing others succeed triggers a fear of inadequacy. Not wanting to be the only one not winning creates pressure to act. The third is emotional impulse. When you're not regulated, when you're tired, stressed, unfocused, your emotional brain hijacks your decisions. And the fourth is scarcity, a belief that opportunities are limited, a belief that missing one move is fatal, a belief that you must act now or lose everything. But here's the truth: scarcity is a psychological illusion. Opportunity is not limited. Your emotional bandwidth is. Once you understand this, everything changes. So how do you stop FOMO? How do you dissolve the emotional storm before it takes over? How do you build the internal structure that keeps you grounded? You start with state, your physical state, because your physiology controls your psychology. When FOMO rises, your breath becomes shallow, your posture collapses, your vision narrows. So the first step is to interrupt the body's fear reaction. 1 deep inhale, a long exhale, a straightening of the spine, a 10-second gaze away from the screen. This resets your nervous system. This brings your thinking brain back online. This gives you space to choose. Then comes belief. You must rewrite the internal narratives that feed FOMO. Instead of "if I don't enter now, I'll miss it," shift to "if it's truly my trade, it will offer a clean entry." Instead of "I must catch every move," shift to "I only take my move." Instead of "everyone else is winning without me," shift to "I don't compete with the market or with others. I compete with my past self." This shift is subtle, but it changes everything, because FOMO thrives on false scarcity and dissolves under true abundance. The final step is structure, rules that protect you from emotional reaction, a no-chasing rule, a limit order only rule, a 30-second pause before every entry, a checklist before clicking the mouse, a rule that says if the move already happened, I don't participate. Your structure becomes your shield. Your rules become your boundary. Your discipline becomes your identity. And slowly FOMO begins to lose its power. Slowly you begin to trust yourself. Slowly you stop chasing movement and start reading structure. Slowly, you stop reacting and start observing. This is the shift from emotional trading to conscious trading. This is the shift from impulsive action to intentional execution. This is the shift from chasing opportunity to attracting it. Let me tell you a story. A trader I once worked with had a deep pattern of FOMO. He would see a breakout, feel a surge of tension, and immediately jump in. His losses piled up from entries that were too late, too emotional, too reactive. He believed his problem was discipline. He believed he needed to be stronger. He believed he needed more willpower. But that was not the truth. His problem was state collapse. His nervous system was reacting faster than his mind could think. He didn't need more discipline. He needed awareness. He needed an internal reset. We gave him a simple rule. Before entering any trade, he must perform one anti-FOMO circuit. A deep breath, a long exhale, eyes away from the screen. A single question: is this my plan or my fear? Within 2 weeks, his trading transformed. He stopped chasing breakouts. He stopped entering late. He stopped reacting from emotion. He began waiting. He began selecting. He began acting. Only when the plan was clear, his entire identity shifted. Not because the market changed, but because he did. This is the real transformation, when you stop being a person pulled by the market and become a person who stands still while the market moves around you. FOMO stops when you stop needing the market to make you feel complete. FOMO ends when you build internal abundance. FOMO dissolves when you trust yourself more than the movement. And the moment you break this emotional loop, something profound happens. Your clarity returns, your patience grows, your discipline stabilizes, your entries improve, your exits become cleaner, your confidence rises from a deeper place, a place of internal grounding, not external excitement. This is the version of you who does not chase. This is the version of you who observes. This is the version of you who waits, chooses, and executes with intention, not impulse. Let this truth settle within you. You are not in a race with the market. You are in a conversation with yourself. And every time you resist FOMO, you strengthen the part of you that will eventually master this game. The market rewards patience. It rewards clarity. It rewards neutrality. It rewards those who don't chase movement, but who wait for opportunity to come to them. FOMO is a symptom of misalignment. When you align your mind, your breathing, your focus, your identity, the impulse fades. And when the impulse fades, the trader appears. This is who you are becoming. This is the version of you that the market cannot shake, the version that does not chase candles. Because candles do not define you. You define you. And the moment you understand this, the need to chase disappears. The fear of missing out dissolves. And the clarity to execute your edge finally arrives. If there's one lesson to carry with you after today, it is this: you don't eliminate FOMO by controlling the market. You eliminate FOMO by understanding yourself. The market will always move fast. It will always tempt you, challenge you, and pull at the deepest parts of your psychology. But when your state is calm, your beliefs grounded, and your identity stable, no candle can pull you off your center. You stop chasing. You start observing. You stop reacting. You start choosing. That shift from impulse to intention is where real consistency is born. It's the beginning of a new relationship with the market, one where you act from clarity, not fear. Thank you for spending this time here in a space where trading becomes introspection and psychology becomes your greatest edge. If today's session resonated, stay connected with Mind Over Markets for more deep reflective journeys into the mindset behind mastery. Until next time, breathe with awareness, wait with patience, and trade with a mind that no longer fears missing out. Your edge is not out there. It's in here. in the way you understand yourself. We'll speak again soon.